Good morning, everyone. I will just wait another 30 seconds or so just for everyone to join. Hope you all had a nice long weekend. So maybe I'll just wait a minute. And if you're all in Victoria, hope you are staying in the shade, get some aircon. No one's in the office today. It's going to be around 46 degrees. It's quite hot. Um, I'm just going to go and get started now. All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the CAS 360 Discovery webinar. So, my name is Constantine, and I am one of the business development managers here at BGL. So, today I'll be taking you through our ASIC corporate compliance and trust management software, which is CAS 360. So, just a little bit of housekeeping before we do start. So, this webinar is recorded. So, all attendees will receive an email with a link to the recording after, so you can send it to other staff members if you like. If you have any questions during today's session, I've got Emily in the chat from the CAS team. So just type your question in the chat and she will respond to it when she can. Hopefully, I will answer everyone's questions throughout the webinar, but yeah, Emily is there. Um, just a little bit about BGL and CAS 360. So BGL has been in the corporate compliance and trust management software space for over 30 years now. So we're now a global product. So we're in New Zealand, Singapore, Hong Kong, and more recently in the UK, and obviously Australia. CAS 360 has over 1 million companies on the software. I think it's over 1.1 now. We have 175,000 trusts and over 3,800 firms utilizing CAS 360. So we are hosted on AWS and we are ISO 27001 certified. So just a few key features which I will be kind of showcasing during today's demonstration. So we've got our smart alerts, our fully integrated trust register, our BGL ID. So that's for the AML compliance to help identify new clients, which is going to be mandatory from July 1st this year. So I'll go into that today. We've got our automated SMS and email reminders, our streamlined annual review process, and our purchasable constitutions, incorporations, and reservations. So one of the biggest advantages of using CAS 360 is how well that it integrates with the rest of your tech stack. So whether it is your practice management, your digital signing, your legal docs, or your document management tools, all these integrations that we have are going to eliminate your double handling, going to reduce your errors, and they're going to save your team hours each week. So they can focus less on admin and delivering more value to your clients. But before we do get started into the demonstration, what I would like to do is run a quick poll. So just post in the chat if the poll pops up. I think it should be up now. So just quick 4 questions. Essentially why we started doing polls is I can start kind of tailor the demonstration to everyone here. Um, and try and get, what, for an example, what's your biggest challenge when managing company changes? I can kind of tailor the demonstration for that. So I'll leave the poll there for a few moments. I can see people are answering it, which is great. But yeah, the first question, what are you currently using for your corporate compliance? Second one is how many companies are you roughly managing? And what is your biggest challenge when managing company changes? And what's most important to you when choosing a compliance software? Okay, majority of people, its biggest challenge is chasing signatures, and I guess the time-consuming processes. Um, yep, I will. I'll definitely be going through the automated reminders. So chasing the signatures, chasing debt, everything kind of working in the background so you don't have to kind of go through that. Yeah, automation. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll let that just keep rolling, and I will move forward into the demonstration. But yeah, obviously feel free to keep filling in the poll because I will flick back and have a look at that. So let's move to CAS 360. You can log in on any internet browser, and we do have two-factor authentication as well, just for security purposes. And when you do log in, this will be the home screen. This is what we call the company selection screen. So here you will have all your companies at a glance. All right, so if you've got 25 companies, which is the minimum, to your 1,000, that will all be here. All right. Um, We've got your two search functions. All right. So we've just recently updated the UI, so it's all looking all new. A search function here is at a company level. So if I type in BGL, for an example, it will pull up all the companies that are named BGL. I'll have that named there. The search function on the top left is at a global level. All right. So that's for searching for companies, contacts, and everything else within CAS 360. That's this one here. I will go through all the support features at the end, so I'll leave that for now. And we'll go through the, yeah, everything on the left-hand side a bit later on. So CAS 360 is essentially built around our five alerts now. So we just implemented the AML compliance checks. So the four major alerts, which are these ones here. All right. And each alert has its own filter, which are these filters on the left-hand side. So you can really dig into each alert. All right. So the first alert is this one here, this column, which is the annual review. All right. So we'll let you know when an annual review has been received. So it's automatically downloaded to ASIC, no, from ASIC into CAS 360 with the date that it has been received. All right, so green, if you click on this question mark here, gives you a little bit more information. So you got green means it's been received, yellow means it's upcoming, and maroon means that the date has passed. So you can use, so for an example, you can use the filters on the left-hand side for annual reviews and filter out your companies for, let's say you've got upcoming annual reviews. So you can kind of plan for your month, let's say. The second alert is our document deadline um, alert. So a lot of people in the chat said that chasing signatures is one of their biggest problems. So this alert will be very beneficial for everyone here. All right, so that's going to help track all your documents pending signature, your 484s, or when annual review is packed and prepared. Anything that is pending signature, this will track. All right, so CAS 360 automatically starts 28-day countdown from the document deadline. All right, as well when you send them out. You can set up automatic reminders to be sent daily, weekly, or on your schedule. I'll go through that when I go through the settings and how you can kind of, um, I guess, customize it. If you hover over this, again, it provides you a little bit more information. It'll let you know when the last reminder has been set. All right. With digital signing, we partner with DocuSign, ViewSign, PleaseSign, and Adobe Sign. Not partner, we integrate with. And you can use, again, if you go into the document section, for an example, when you're chasing signature, you can use the filters for electronically signed by client. So you know when they've come through, they'll come to this page, which I'll go through a bit later. Another one is debt reminders, which is a very, very common reason why people want to move across to a subscription-based software that will help track their debt. That didn't sound right, but that's fine. So this one here is the money sign. If you hover over it, again, it'll provide you a little bit more information. Okay, again, we've got that traffic light system. We'll let you know green if there's a credit, yellow if there's outstanding debt, and red if the date has passed. When you do hover over that little icon, it will let you know that the total amount when the invoice was issued. You can actually pay on behalf of your client. I know a lot of The clients are starting to do that. So you do have that option. If you click on it here, it will take you to AusPost with all the bill pay code and the reference numbers already filled out. Once your client, because we do run an RA67 daily, that's how we do track the debt. Once your client does pay, the next day it will turn gray like this, and it won't show that it's outstanding, and the automated reminders will stop being sent. If you do click, if you want to send an ad hoc reminder, let's say they've called you up and they don't have the invoice and you want to resend it, you can just click send a reminder and send it via email or SMS. We have included a CAS 360 invoice. So that differs from the ASIC invoice because we do run that RA67 in the day so that it will have the most current up-to-date amount which is owing. So you can send that off as well. The next alert is our new AML compliance alert. So it's just going to track your, I guess, AML compliance. So your compliance documents which are required for the contacts in the company, if there's anything which is in review or the contact's identity document has expired. I'll go into a little bit more with BGL ID a bit further on. Director IDs. So director IDs will have this. We have a place where you can store and manage your director IDs and request them. So for example, this one here is green, which is great. I can click on this company and you can add a director ID simply by adding in the numbers. Or you can say that you've seen it, obtained and not yet provided. And this will you can kind of store your director IDs here. We do have free text labels over here. So I can type in on this one here, Costa, or you type in whatever you want. And you can use the filters on the bottom left-hand corner to filter out for what's Costa. By typing Costa or Altides, it will pull all the companies you have the labels for. So it's just another filtering system. You can click on manage labels and apply them in bulk as well. You can compare your agent forms in this screen as well. So your popular forms like your 362, your 361s, you can do them here. I will go through company registrations later on, but that is also in the home screen. So essentially, once an annual review has been received, I'll do annual reviews now, it will appear green. So you can either click on the icon and click on go to annual reviews, or you can use the left-hand side where you have reviews. So if I click on this one, this will take me to the annual review screen and it'll have all your companies which have annual reviews pending. If you have 25 companies, or let's say you have 1,200 companies that you're looking after and you're doing 100 plus annual reviews a month, we have added in a feature where you can do bulk processing. So before I go into bulk processing, sorry, we also have a comparison report which will compare what is in ASIC to CAS 360. So if I click on that, it will let you know the incorporation date's wrong. So it's flagged it as red. You've got your addresses, your offices, your share structure. It's just comparing and will let you know if there's any discrepancies. So back to doing the bulk processing. If I click on select all, you can do select all that have passed the comparison report, which I just showed you, or you can do select all companies. If I click prepare documents, it's going to end the poll as well. If I click prepare documents, it will take me to that. Oh, it will take me to that bulk processing page and how it works essentially, right? So I'm using FuseSign for my digital signing provider. It will use all the templates that you have stored in CAS 360, and it will send them obviously all individually. The benefit is obviously it's time saving, right? So let's say you want to do your solvency resolution, you want to do a different template for all of them, that's no problem. And you can deliver them by email or export to PDF. One of the benefits of doing them individually though, is that you have a few more features that you can use. So I will process one individually, but just know that you can do them in bulk. This was our document production screen, right? So you'll see this quite a few times when you're doing your 484s or anything to do with trusts. You'll have all your changes on the left-hand side for your 484s. In this case, it's just an annual review. You've got your cover letter. It's toggled off at the moment. It's toggled off because a lot of people just use the email template as the cover letter. But if you want to use it, can. It's just a pre-populated cover letter. Everything in CAS 360 that is an ASIC document, again, is fully customizable. So you can use your own. You've got your annual company statement. This differs to the ASIC annual statement as you can customize it. And it's also got a signing field at the bottom. So again, everything is pre-populated and you got your signing fields and you can send it straight through CAS 360. You got your solvency resolution, so you can either have it as a minutes or resolution. In this case, you've got all the signing fields, but you can just click this button here and change it from the minutes to a resolution. And it'll quickly update that form for you. So the benefits I was talking about earlier is the fact that you can have documents to flag documents to be reviewed before being sent out. So let's say I can reviewer, you can put your manager's name in there. All right. You can send the invoice in a separate email. Where that's beneficial is you can send it, see the documents need to be signed to the director, and then the other invoice goes to the payable example. If I click, oh, and you have the option to upload your own documents. So a lot of clients may be charging for annual reviews. You can upload your own invoice here. If I do click send all, this will take me to the preview email screen. All right, I've added the CAS 360 photo here. I've just put that there so then you know you can add your own. You've got your merge fields. So this is what it will look like here, and how you kind of, I guess, customize your documents. You'll be using these merge fields. I'll show you what it looks like on the client side. So I will send this off. I'm using FuseSign to send this one off, but we may have run out of credits. So bear with me. I might have to change that to FuseSign. All right, let me remove that. And whilst that is sending, I will quickly touch on the automated reminders again. So once the annual review document has been sent and prepared, CAS 360 will automatically set reminders for clients to sign and pay their outstanding invoices. All right. So whilst that's doing, actually, I might just quickly touch on that. Automated reminders. All right. So it's been sent to the client. I'll go into my emails and I'll show you how it looks on the client experience side. But this is where you set up your automated reminders. So for debt reminders, you can have it every 7 days. You can change it to every 2 days. You can apply it to different labels. So you might have different clients, in the past haven't been great at paying their invoices. So you might want to send automatic reminders every 2 days. If you click on document reminder, you get a bit more flexibility here. First reminder, 28 days, 13 days, 10 days. You can click on the fourth reminder and change it from 3 to 2. And then click save. And that's all customizable. All right. Now, if I go back to, my emails, I'll show you what it looks like on the client side, right? So I click on this one here. This is what the client will see. The name, as you can see, that's changed. They will get their pay now button. This will take you back to Oz Post. Again, everything pre-filled, ready to go. Nice and easy for your client. They don't need to do anything else. They just put the card number in and they pay the invoice. Then they can review their documents. Again, I think I'm using DocuSign now. Yes, I'm using DocuSign. All the digital signing providers work the same way, but just the UI will be a little bit different, but they all work the same way. So it's straightforward, secure, and it will flow straight back into CAS 360 once they've signed it. If you aren't using digital signing and you want to send it out yourself, you can just download the packs before, once you prepared them, send them out yourself and re-upload them, which I'll show you later. So all they do is they click start and they sign the document. Obviously, they can review it. They click finish. and they can download themselves a signed copy. So that's how that works on the client side. So it's in a few steps. They can pay their invoices and have all their documents signed. What will happen on your end now is you'll receive a notification on top right hand corner. So once document is signed, this will you will get an alert. It will say documents for X have been signed. All right, so that's how that works. You've got all your alerts here. Once they've paid the invoices, or if any reviews come through, you will start getting notifications. In the settings, I do recommend clients who use CAS 360 turn this feature on. You can receive an email reminder for CAS 360. Where this is beneficial is if, let's say, you don't want to be logging in every day into CAS 360 to see if you have work to be completed, you can get an email reminder. So you can toggle on what you want to be emailed about. You just toggle them on and off. And you can select actually which days of the week you want to receive these emails. All right. So you can do it for just on Mondays if you like. So you can set yourself up for the week and have all those um, emailed to you. Okay. What I will do now is, yeah, once it's been received, it will go into the company's documents section and also the global document section. I'll go into the global document section once I complete a 484, so then you can see them all together. So for that company we just did our annual review for, let's say they want to do some company changes. So I can click on it. You've got your general details here for the company. You got your name, registrations, and your addresses. What I will do is I've pre-done some, so I might cancel them. Is we're going to do a business address change for this office. If you are using XPM, for an example, or one of our other practice management integrations, we can have it going one way or two ways. All right. So instead of coming into CAS 360 and doing the address change, doing your officer changes in CAS, you can just do them in XPM and it will flow straight into CAS 360 and have your 484s pre-populated, ready to go. All you need to do is send them off to the client. But in this case, I will just do a manual one. So let's have 1, 2, 3. Good. Sometimes it. Let's do this one. As you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, it does say prepared forms 1. So this is where you can do a consolidated 484. I'm going to head over to offices now. All right. I might want to resign John Jones because he's been inactive. Let's say resign John Jones. The prepared forms have moved up to 2. You can add an officer as well. So let's say we want to do Mr. Jim as a director. It will prepare those forms as well. This is a great opportunity. So let's say I've added in Jim as a director. It's a great opportunity to do your BGL ID checks, so your AML compliance. All right, so if I go request, I've chosen the wrong one, but you can request BGL ID. I'm going to do it for myself because the other one didn't have an email, and it will take you to our BGL ID. So we've got 3 checks. You've got a government ID check that's just a standard check, has government ID database check and anti-money laundering databases check, global sanctions database check as well. If you want a little bit more advanced, you can do the advanced check, which has adverse news check as well. Or if you're picking up a client who is interstate, you can do biometric scan. All right. So how it works is this will send an email to your client. They will complete their check with through us and Frankie One, and you will get a report. So you don't have to hold on to any IDs. That's the last thing I guess you want to be doing. All you're getting is a report saying that they've passed, and then you're compliant with your AML checks. I'll head over to the shareholders section now. So this is where you've got your share registry. You've got a historic view here. You can click on here and get a current shareholders view if you like. Um, with the transactions, these are the transactions that we have. I will do a simple allotment and share transfer, but you can do obviously your share buybacks, your shareholder balance, and all that as well. So I'll do a simple allotment. So let's say we're going to do it for myself. Why not? You can have the shares held on behalf of an organization or trust as well. So you can have your beneficial owner, share types. I'm going to do an ordinary share type, but you can, there's so many different share types here. You can also add your own. So you can change the paid amount, unpaid, different currency, different share classes. We allow for a lot of customization. Obviously, everyone's clients are a little bit different. So we've allowed for that. I'm just going to do a simple one for myself. Actually, it's been a big holiday. I'm going to give myself 250 shares in cash. You can change the certificate details as well, so you can add the location or unique numbers. Again, that's going to change that to a 5, hopefully. That's still 4. And then you can do a share transfer. So I've prepared one earlier, so I'm just going to toggle it on, but it's as simple as the allotment. If I click on prepare forms now, it takes us back to that document production screen that we saw earlier. Okay, so you got all your changes on the left-hand side. You've got your cover letter. You've got your form 484, your consolidated 484, which is this one here. Everything pre-filled, ready to go with all the company changes as well. Close that one. Go back to your cover letter. Your cover letter also includes all the changes and so the client kind of knows. So I guess using cover letter for a 484 is probably a bit more relevant. You got your director's minutes resolution for the company change. Yeah, everything's there with your signing fields at the bottom. You got your register of officers. You got your resignation letter, which has been pre-populated for you. Again, everything's fully customizable. You got your allotment journal. Just flick through a few of these pre-populated. You got your transfer journal as well, all the share transfers. And I will show you the share certificate and the share transfer form. That's how they look. And then your application of shares with your signing field. So again, this is going to be saving you a lot of time, especially if you're going through and copy and pasting into your, I guess, templates. This will pre-fill it all for you. You can bring across your templates as well, so that's no problem. I'm not going to send that, but what would happen again, you send it off, client signs it, it comes through, you get the notification, you can either go onto the documents section here, all right, and it will come up here, or you can go to the global document screen. I will do it through the global document screen just because there's a few more features I would like to show you. Let's say that 484s come through. All you need to do is click lodge. And again, you've got your automated reminders. Obviously, you need to do them within 28 days. So we have that working in the background. You've got the one I showed you earlier, which was electronically signed, but signed by client. So this is a good one for 484, so you're not really missing them, that the client has signed it and you just need to send them off. If you go back here, you got your advanced filters as well, so you can do it by different document type or penalty or trace numbers. What I will show you now would be the multiple changes screen. All right. So let me cancel this one. So this is where, for an example, let's talk about XPM first, actually. You make a change in XPM for a individual's address. All right, it's going to flow into CAS 360 and it'll come to this page. So what it will look like is, let's say we do a contact address change for Brunson. He's moving also to, where's he moving? Fitzroy North. If you toggle these two on, it's going to, yeah, come from XPM into that page. You toggle those on. Now it's going to bring up every company that Brunson is a part of. It's going to pick up any one else who also lived at that address with Brunson. So any partners or children from the trust. It will bring up everyone essentially, right? So you're not missing anything. And all of these 484s will be up ready to go. All you need to do is click pair forms and send. You can't send them all together, unfortunately, just because ASIC requires them all to have individual forms. Um, if you have pending changes as well, an example, this one here, it's got three changes, which the 484 hasn't been completed for. You can toggle that on and have a consolidated 484. So multiple changes is a very useful feature in CAS 360. You can use it for anything. You can do office change, not anything, but most things. So let's say Brunson again, you might want to resign him from as a director because he's retiring. You can select which companies he wants to be resigned from and do it in bulk. You can do it for your own business address change, register address change, contact name, contact details. You have a wide range of options. Yeah. What I'll quickly take you back to now is company registrations. So essentially, CAS 360 supports company registrations end to end. So you can either fill out the information here. So let's if I go US, Australia, fill in all these information, shareholders, officers, and all of that. It will prepare your pre-incorporation documents for you. All right, so your Form 201, your consent to act, application of shares. Everything's pre-filled. Your post-incorporation docs. All right, so let's say if you use Lightyear Docs or Smarter, in Smarter SMSF, I think it was, or ClearDocs, I think was the other one. You can register from one of those providers. That's correct. That's what I was trying to say. Or you can also prepare your post-incorporation documents once that 201 has been signed and everything here is pre-filled. We don't include a company constitution. You will need to purchase that through one of our integration partners, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, just so you can see, this is our post-incorporation documents. Sorry, that wasn't as smooth as I would have liked, but you kind of get the gist of it. Again, yeah, we integrate with ACIS, NTAA, Smarter SMSF, ClearDocs, Lightyear Docs, and we can push the incorporation data straight into CAS 360 if you are using one of them. I will take you to our trust management screen now. Essentially, we don't charge for trusts. We only charge for per company. So this is all going to be free of charge. You can have 1,000 trusts in here if you like. All right. Our onboarding team will also provide you with a import template. If you fill that in, we will import your trusts for you. We support, yeah, bare trust, discretionary trust, family trust, hybrid trust, and unit trust. What I will do is I'll just quickly show you a discretionary trust and a unit trust. Click on discretionary trust. You can upload your trust deed here. You've obviously got your beneficiaries. You can add here and do your distributions. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly do a distribution just because I am also conscious of the time. So you can remove this. So everything here again, customizable. You can do it by date declared. You've got your currency, so you can do different currencies and your distribution types. You can do it by amount or percentages or free text. You can remove other income if there is none. You can add different ones. You can add other income back, or you have all these other tax components that are here. I'm just going to quickly do percentages just because it's a bit easier. Everything hits 100%, save and prepare. And then you've got your cover letter again, your declaration of distributions resolution. all your percentages, your signing fields, everything here is free of charge and fully customizable. The listings of distributions paid. Okay, so that is for discretionary trust. I'll quickly just do a unit trust as well because that's a very common one. Let's just do Andrew's unit trust. Again, trust deed. You've got your unit holders. This is going to look obviously like the shareholder um, section of the companies. Going to work the same. You've got your transactions. You can do your allotments and your unit transfers. All right, and everything else that is there. You can do your distributions as well from here. So let's say ordinary type. I'm just going to go 100, 30% tax rate. You can change the amount type as well. I'm going to go save and prepare documents just so you can see it. Just get distribution statement. You got your distribution statement and your declaration of distribution. Okay. Again, completely free of charge. Imports we've gone over. What I'll quickly talk about is the support and training now. So on top right hand side, you will have unlimited support via live chat with our support consultants. So they're based in Australia and you can speak with them. So type in something about so trusts. It will kind of guess initially with a help article, right? So it'll tell you how to add a trust in. You can view the article, takes you to our knowledge center. We can search, you got your videos, everything's here. If that isn't enough or it's not kind of guessing what you're asking, you can say no and then talk to a real human and you can speak to someone in the support team. If speaking via live chat isn't what you want, you can request a support call as well. I do recommend live chat though, because you can get in touch a bit quicker. Obviously, for something larger, do a phone call. We do update CAS 360 every 2 to 3 weeks as well, and we update the help articles. Okay. If you click on the app switcher, let's say you're using Simple Fund 360 or Simple Invest, you can switch in and out via the app switcher. Yeah. All right, so you can switch in a second, click on Simple Fund 360. We've got our learning channel too. So we offer on-demand training videos, perfect for onboarding new staff or even just a refresher training. And what I will do now is I will quickly, we've got our reports. I'm just conscious of time. We've got our reports as well. You've got your company reports and your company register. You've got your free form documents as well. So you can create your own solvency resolution or your own kind of free form document. What I didn't touch on was the document templates. So this is where you would come to adjust all your document templates. So let's say your application of shares or your share transfer form, you can download it, edit it, and then upload it. Let's say this one here, I've uploaded one before. You can set as default. So that's the one that they'll be using. Email templates. If I go to annual review, it's a bit easier to change. You can do it straight through CAS 360. Again, the onboarding team provides you with a dictionary with all the merge fields that you can use. What I will do now, before I go into how onboarding will work and pricing, I'll go back to the slide. And we'll just go through some customer success stories. So these are just some of our, I guess, new clients which have moved over to CAS 360 for you to read and just kind of going through how it has kind of been beneficial for them and how, yeah, I guess it's been beneficial for them. This is another customer success story. So this is just about our integration and automation. So in the poll, a lot of people in the webinar have stated that automation is key to why they're thinking of moving to CAS 360. So with our integrated partners, with your digital signing, your XPMs, your document management tools, which I didn't even talk about, you got your document management tools, everything will flow straight into them. So you're not kind of double downloading them from CAS, uploading them into them. It's just, yeah, essentially finding ways where we can save you time. This one's praising the multi-company documents, for an example. And here we go. How BGO is going to help you thrive. You've essentially got your dedicated onboarding team, right? So if you do want to go ahead with purchasing CAS 360, the onboarding team will import all your companies from ASIC or your other solutions into CAS for you, right? If you're coming from the ASIC portal, though, you do require ASIC Edge credentials. They are free. You just need to apply for them. Yeah, we'll onboard all that for you. Obviously, we'll also onboard your trusts. The onboarding team will also provide you with um, an hour-long a training session. So then you're ready to go. Once you get the software, you're trained, you know what you're doing. Then you've got the support from the support team as well, just making sure that yeah, everything is ready to go. We've got our um, what is it? Yeah, your fundamentals web training too. Our support team has 98% customer satisfaction rate, which is incredible by them. And you have the next page, which now we're going to go into pricing. So pricing is $17 plus GST per company per year. So they're sold in lots of five. You have monthly subscriptions available, so you don't have to pay it all up front. You can pay it monthly. And again, trusts are not included and they do not incur an extra cost. Onboarding and support is also at no additional cost. You can have unlimited users, so you can invite as many staff as you need.